Hello, my lovelies. Hello, everybody. It's me, Sarah, that divination witch. I hope you're all doing well. I'm here with, I suppose, this is season 2 of the Keys of Life podcast. With season 1, Hecate guided me to speak with practitioners and spiritual people from all sorts of walks of life. From people who were more agnostic to other pagans, to folk practitioners, to demonologists, people on all different paths. If you haven't listened to the first season of the Keys of Life podcast, it's on the channel. Go check it out. She had me do that for a reason. It was to showcase that the world is a big, beautiful place, and that when it comes to spirituality, there is no right and wrong answer. We can find peace and hope and power and whatever it is we're looking for in many different places. And even paths that may seem dark to some people are healing to others. And that we can all have common ground as well. That's what the series was aiming to do. To showcase that people of all walks of life, at the end of all things, people. That's what we are. And there's nobody better than anyone else in that regard. So, now, here we are with season 2. Season 2 is going to be different. Season 2, Mother, Hecate that is, I always call her Mother, she has asked me to ask you guys to submit your stories about how you have met her or work with her. How did you come across Hecate? How did she reveal herself to you? I have had quite a few submissions so far, and each episode I'm going to read through some of them, and we're going to chat a little bit about it. And hopefully, well, Hecate knows what she wants, but this is going to show how she operates in many different ways to many types of people, and hopefully dispel some of the misinformation out there about her that paints her as this dark, scary woman that wants to F people up all the time. She isn't such a thing. Absolutely not. So, without further ado, we'll get into season 2. I will just quickly shout out that the channel itself, the YouTube channel, is a witchy community and safe space. So please, if you like that, stick around, hit subscribe. If you like the podcast, you know what to do. Hit like, all that jazz. You can ask questions here, nothing silly, okay? We don't judge on this channel. And if you want to support me and the channel further, all my links are linked below. I offer readings. I'm teaching things on memberships and Patreon. We're teaching tarot. I'm sharing my stories. We're going through as well the Year of the Dark Goddess. We're going through so much on Patreon right now. So yeah, go check it out. Thank you. So the first submission, speaking of Patreon, is from somebody on my Patreon, Shelly. Hi, Shelly. You were the first. You were there. Really, as they say where I'm from, shit hot. Just having a sip of my drink. Yeah, you were straight out the gate with this one, Shelly. So, let me read your story. Hi, Sarah. This is Shelly from Patreon. My story is... Let's start that again. Hi, Sarah. Hi. This is Shelly from Patreon. Now, my story is interesting and unique. It was last summer, I believe. I was listening on my headphones, a meditation on discovering your inner magic. While listening, it felt at one point someone or something was touching me or pushing me down. No one was there. All that next day, Hecate kept going in circles in my mind. I found myself for a few days continuously looking up stuff on her. After some time, within that week, I said out loud, Hecate, if you wish to work with me, show me signs. The next day, I stumbled on a witch festival, and everywhere I turned, her signs and symbols were found. I even had someone in all black with a black veil go through my checkout line at work. For a few months, I felt her presence and I was scared at first. Then I wasn't sure, and there was a few months' space. Then she came to me in my dreams and learned her symbols in dreams, and now I call on her when needed. Wow. There you go. So Hecate has revealed herself to Shelley through many signs, and this is kind of how she works. She's subtle, but also, this is a contradiction, subtle but not. You see, Hecate is known as the goddess who works from afar. She's in the liminal space. So she doesn't always slap bang in your face with a hello, it's me sign. That's what I've noticed anyways. Some people may prove us wrong when we read their stories out. However, it's not normally the way. She'll send subtle signs, but she's persistent. And she does love a good dream. She will send signs in dreams. But that's funny that there was this witch festival out of nowhere and like you just came across it all. That sounds exactly like her. She breadcrumbs. She'll get you to where you need to be, you know. And sometimes only later you find out, oh, actually that was her, you know. This is cool. And well, Shelly, I know you're on my Patreon and we chat sometimes, but I wish you all the luck and yeah. Thanks for sharing your story, my love. Thank you. Okay, next story. We've got somebody called Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin, for submitting this. Let's go. Let's have a read. Hi, Sarah. This is one of my experiences working with Hecate. First time I worked with her, I started to cry, and it felt like my mum was comforting me. Next day I wake up, do what I do, and randomly get hit with the thought of let's go outside for a walk. So I go outside for a walk, and as I slowly walk down the street, something caught my eye. I see a large horde of crows flying around me, the loud screeching of hundreds of crows surrounding the sky. I was shocked, and the more shocked I was, the more groups of crows would appear to me. They slowly started to leave as I was left with the thought of, what the fuck happened? And to this day, I still remember that experience. Do I understand what the lesson was? To be honest, no. Will I find out eventually? Yes. I have more experiences, like about 4, and they're ones I want to keep to myself. Thank you for reading this one though. Ave Hecate, Benjamin. That's nice. When it comes to crows or corvids, ravens as well, straight away I would have thought of Morrigan or someone, but it doesn't matter. You see, I've noticed this is a common theme, and some of this is my UPG, but I guess others might be able to attest to it too. When it comes to crows and blackbirds, basically, corvids and stuff, they're messengers of the gods. I believe ravens as well were used as messengers. Anyways, a lot of gods are linked with them because of that, let's say, especially darker gods. So your death gods, and I mean Odin as well, he's one of them. He's a death god in his own right though. So Hecate herself, although maybe in say her Hellenic myth might not have been associated with them per se, it's not to say she's not, you know. It is a common theme I've noticed. There are also signs of like being a psychopomp, because in mythology ravens and crows were sometimes said to be like omens of death and things like this. As Edgar Allan Poe said, quoth the raven. It's dark and spooky and mysterious because of that connotation with death. And like the Crow movies, you know, even though it's a movie, there is some symbolism in that. So I'm not saying that that was an omen of death to you, but definitely some sort of sign, I would say, that, you know, maybe it isn't just Hecate. I would say maybe look into some other deities if you feel drawn to it, you know. But that's interesting. Very interesting. But like you said, will you find out the meaning eventually? And that's normally how it works, the signs we get. Sometimes signs are just so personal to us as well. But we'll get there eventually, Okay. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink again. And trust me, on camera, to slop that down my face. Who does that? Missing my mouth, eh? It's big enough. That'll do. You can't really tell. I just slopped it. Yeah. Okay, next one is from Annalisa. Annalisa. Hi, Annalisa. Thanks for submitting this. Hello, I love your channel. Our experiences with her are so similar, and I was not what I was finding with other creators, so I'm glad I found you, lol. Oh, thank you. That's why I do this, what I do, and that's why Hecate kind of pushed me into it, because there's a lot of people talking a lot of dark, spooky stuff about her and not the other sides, you know what I mean? Anyways, so I was not searching for this connection. I'd left the Catholic Church years ago, but missed the community and the feeling of connecting with the divine that I used to have. But even when I was drawn to witchcraft and developing my mediumship, I wasn't into worshipping any deities at all, lol. During the pandemic, I started getting drawn to a female energy. I didn't have a name, but I knew I wanted to do self-work on what being a woman means to me, and was trying to shed any hidden misogyny I was holding. Just trying to advocate for myself and not defer to the patriarchy, etc. Lol, Just another Tuesday, lol. Well, as a medium, I trade readings with other mediums, or actually purchase readings, and often they don't know each other. I swear it was like Hecate came, introduced herself by name, through so many of these readers, specifically wanting me to work with her. Often these readers would say they had never had a god or goddess come through before. It's not like I could ignore it, but I'm always sceptical and annoyingly ask for more than one sign. I ask for yet another sign, and suddenly I find spiders on me. Oh, hell no. Please choose a different sign. I felt her laughing. I think I'm nuts now, lol. Soon after, I saw something dark at the bottom of my front stairs. A long black crow feather, oh my god. I had always wanted one, since they are kind of a sign for me of both my grandmother and witchcraft. Okay, sign received. It has never happened before, and not since. I never see feathers that colour or size in my neighbourhood ever. Off I go on my journey to connect with her more. Not only do I connect with the divine, I feel a personality so smart, funny and protective. It feels familiar too. I mean, come on. She's a goddess, but laughs when I reluctantly refuse to worship her while setting up multiple altars in my home to her. Lol. Anywho, I'm still at the beginning of this journey and she still puts spiders on me. But I'm getting better at not freaking out, so that's a plus. Take care, Annalisa. Wow. Thanks for sharing. A few things I would like to say about it. I mean, I'm not judging people when I'm talking like this, you know what I mean? It's just, we're sharing and that's cool. I know what you mean about the connection. And sometimes I feel like I miss that myself, but then actually I've built this community up. Years ago, I think I've spoke about it. So I was from a Protestant family, but they weren't mega strict religious or anything, and we never really went to church regular, it was just special occasions. But there was a time I was soul searching. I started this journey when I was a teenager, and then Hecate came to me in 2018 and fully woke me up, fully saved me. But before then, when I was soul searching and looking for answers, I'd explored Wicca and all of that. And I did try and be Christian for a while, I did look it up, because not all churches, but there are some that are so friendly and lovely. I know there are some toxic ones as well, of course, but you get that everywhere. And it's that camaraderie, isn't it? I get you, because I was searching for that. But honestly, I never got answers, never got anything from it, really didn't. So I get you. And then the fact that Hecate as well, There you go, another crow. Another crow symbolism. Common theme. Also, she seems very persistent there. But for you to be like, I want more signs, that's a good thing, you know. And I think she does have a sense of humour, you know. She does chuckle and she's quite dry. And there's times she's had me laughing. Yeah, man. She how do I say this? She just seems like she really cares, basically. It's gone out my head what I was going to say. Yeah, but yeah, the spiders thing. That's the other thing I was going to say. She'll expose you to things to get you over it, but spiders are linked with her, I feel like, and this is, I guess, me putting the pieces together. Spiders are a representation of the universe, of the fates, of the weavers of life, and Hecate sometimes is said to be the divine feminine, so it would make sense that spiders come to you. Maybe have a look into other deities as well, linked with spiders. But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Annalisa. Very interesting. Thank you. I'm gonna have another drink. This time I didn't miss my mouth. The next person wants to be I think they want to be I can't say it yet. Anonymous. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my nose is itchy. Okay. Let's read this one. Salutations. It makes us want to do this like a Star Trek. I don't know. Greetings and salutations. Live long and prosper. Is that what they do in Star Trek? Anyways. Salutations. I wish to remain anonymous. We've spoken a few times before and I've been following you for a while. Listening to your words, I've never resonated with anyone more deeply. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to help. I share this background. It is not to burden or upset you, but to provide context by comparing my past to where I am now. It began when I had declared myself a non-practicing witch during my junior year of high school. I felt brave, with adrenaline rushing through my veins as I rebelled against my family's religion. How does it feel to be the black sheep of the family? My father asked in that moment. I had never felt more seen. My teenage years were marked by being both sheltered and spoiled, taking many things for granted. At the age of 13, I was diagnosed with a mental health condition, which was later re-diagnosed at age 20. And during this period, I experienced blackouts, which felt as though my reality was melting. I believed I was fading, becoming something ugly. My family and the law were eventually forced to intervene. Despite this, I continued identifying as a witch, this time actively beginning my practice. There were moments when my mental health and spiritual journey intertwined, creating confusion. This was between early 2019 and 2020, the period when Hecate made herself known to me. I remember hearing whispers in my mind saying Queen of Witches. A quick Google search led me to her. Learning about her made me feel alive, seen and instantly connected. I felt warmth and greatness surrounding me, though I also worried about doing everything wrong. At the time, I didn't realise how different it is to transition from being a non-practicing witch to truly forming a craft, and she taught me this distinction and showed me that things could have turned out much worse. I remain deeply grateful for that lesson. As I learned more about her, I realised Hecate has been with me all along, perhaps even in my early childhood for the first 3 years of school. My assigned number was always 3, meaning I was third in line no matter what activity we were doing. When I transitioned to the number 4 in 4th grade, I noticed the new student with the number 3 and felt upset and jealous. Looking back, I've always been drawn to themes of death, magic and dark and non-violent aspects of nature. I was always the oddball. Hecate helped me understand that being a witch is a way of life. It's not just about casting spells and helping others or uncovering the universe's hidden knowledge. It's about how you conduct yourself, your contributions to the world. And I truly believe you're connected to her and you're a vessel for her truth to shine. I feel our connection is complicated, yet she understands. Even if I try to leave, her name always finds its way into natural conversation. I'm always shy to share with you because I feel so seen in your presence, intimidated even, but I have never felt more of a calling than this, the Wanderer. Oh, thank you. And then they've sent a screenshot of when I posted for people to submit, and then they say time showed numbers include 8-3. 8 is basically meaning taking a chance. 3 is completion connection. You posted that 3 hours ago, all taken in one screenshot. Interesting. Well, don't feel intimidated by me. I mean, I get it, because sometimes I feel like that with other people. I never ever want to be like that, right? So this is not about anyone being better than anyone else. And I've said this on my channel before. I will never ever sit here and say that I'm the bloody guru, bloomin' high priestess, whoever, of Hecate. I may know that I have a connection with it. I do at this point, and because I've been taught there's a difference between being humble and self-deprecating. That was the Morrigan taught me that one. And it's very true. So yes, I do have a connection with Hecate. I know I do. And I know I'm meant to do this and meant to speak things for her. That doesn't mean I'm better than anyone or that my connection's more powerful or anything like that, okay? I'm just helping people in her name, okay? I just don't like labels, I guess. So it's for this reason, because there are people who are ego-driven out there who set up churches and temples and bullshit and let it get carried away with them, and I'll never be like that. Not everyone with the temple and whatever is like that, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want to be that person, you know. The human ego can get carried away, and I'm only human, we're all only human, you know. I don't want to get carried away like that. I'm sorry to hear about what you've been through. Makes sense in a way, because a lot of us have been through stuff. Hecate finds us. You see, as well, when you're saying about, you know, how when you try and leave, she's always there. Basically, that's her. She's the divine feminine. She's one of the faces of the divine feminine. She doesn't leave us. She's taught me. She is the mother of all. No matter how she presents to you, even if you don't see her as a mother or your mother or whatever, she's still a big part of that. And she cares. She doesn't want anyone to be lost. I've said this time and again on the channel. She doesn't want people to be lost souls. She wants to help us. So she's going to be there even if you renounced witchcraft tomorrow. You don't have to be a witch for her to care. She isn't just a witchcraft goddess. Yes, that's something she rules over, but I think people are forgetting she's not just about witchcraft. Even in antiquity, she was not just about witchcraft. She's not just a witch, you know. I feel like the term witch as well, she's putting it in my head now. Witch means outsider, witch is other. That's how people see witches, wicked witches. You know, the witch trials were a thing because it was the marginalised that were punished for no freaking reason, really. So that's why she owns it, because she likes to help us that are maybe outsiders, that have gone through stuff. She likes to help us be whole again and find that power, that spark, that energy. That's Hecate. And I feel like, yeah, that's what she's done for you too. And that's amazing. And like I say, I am sorry that's what you've gone through. But you've got this. You've got this. And yeah, being a witch, yeah, it's not just an aesthetic. It's not just about doing a few little spells. It is a way of life. I mean, even for me doing this, I mean, I do YouTube, all of this is my job now. It's not because I'm doing it just to make money, even though I have to make money to live. So parts of it I do have to charge, like for readings, stuff like that. So I do have to, it's a necessary evil. I've got to make money. I've got to live. But it's all interwoven. You know, you do find this as you spiritually wake up. Every aspect of your life is just so linked together and intrinsically connected that you just can't separate it. It is a way of life. Once upon a time, I used to be one of these people who, you know, went to work and then came home and, you know, separate bits of life, compartmentalized, you could say. Now it's just not. It's just everything. Because I don't see this as a job per se. Elements of it is. You get me? It's all connected, and it seems like that's happening to you too, and that makes sense, you know. And she'll always be there no matter what, and that's the way she is. And she's probably always been there with you, like you say. I know she has with me. When I look back on my life, there's numerous signs, numerous things over the years. I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely you. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that one as well. I feel like I'm going to leave it here for now. We've still got some more submissions, but if you want to submit your stories, please do, so we don't run out as well. To submit your stories, you can email me. It's all in my link tree. I've also got a contact form on my website. My email address is hekatendaughter@gmail.com. My website is www.thatdivinationwitch.com. And yeah, I may not reply to you. I don't think I've replied to everyone here. Or anyone here, to be honest. And it's not because I'm being ignorant. I've put you all in a special folder to read out. It's just I'm busy. You know, I get other emails as well, that's all. And I've got readings to do. Even today, I'm behind with my work or my other work. But if I don't reply, it's not that I have forgot you, okay? But please, you know, feel free to share your stories of Hecate. She wants me to do this, so yeah. Okay, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, you may as well hit subscribe. And as I say on my YouTube channel, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye.